We are live. In theory, we're live.
Theory. So it's a theory, right?
Mm-hmm. All right, well, we're up and running. We'll give it till 12 before we start.
Gobi sees the little people up on top of his head. If you ever look when he's on camera, it's like he's looking up. Look at the stars.
Should I not put my camera like below?
You're not standing anymore. You don't like it?
Oh, I do, but my ankle started hurting, so I'm sitting down now. I gotta get one of those kind of ankle resters or whatever you got, like you stand on.
Yeah, I've had a hard time trying to figure out where I want my camera for
It's hard.
Yeah.
And then that's why if you look on the screen, it's like shit. So,
John language, we're live now, man.
let's play a drinking game.
That sounds like fun.
How many times John said the S word?
yeah.
Before we even got started.
What I was worried about. We got one on at the moment, so.
Yeah, I'm hoping it works seamlessly for folks to log in, but we'll see.
This is true. Well, at least we got one on, so we know somebody.
Yeah,
Follow directions.
We made it.
we had a good amount register, but I don't think anything's on. Like, there's like on their calendar, right? So if they're working on something,
There was. Diane sent one out.
Okay. Calendar invite. Okay.
Here we are live at 12. Only got one on now, so we'll just wait a minute, give people a chance to jump on, and we can get started.
I guess we're finding that we draw a big crowd, guys.
Find out. Numbers at 2. Was it 2? Somebody dropped off.
I think let's give it maybe like 4 minutes just to allow, because they might just be going to their email too.
Do we want to? I was thinking we could share our screen and just have like a countdown.
You could do that, but now you're just getting beyond my means.
You might have to watch another 4 videos.
We're up to 4. Come on, guys. We're just waiting for a few people to jump on, giving people a couple minutes, and we'll get started here. But welcome to a few people that are on.
Yeah, we can't see any of you, but welcome. Thanks for joining.
That is the weird part about this, not being able to see the other people, but they can see us.
Yeah.
I can see you. You can't see me.
If you're with John, it's gonna get weird.
Yeah. No one can. I mean, people can chirp at John, and I can see it. But so for those of you who are jumping on, feel free to use that chat box to comment. I'll be looking at questions as we go on.
What is back behind your head?
My picture of Tom Brady.
Oh, my sister-in-law won tickets to the Super Bowl. She thought tickets plural. She thought she won 2, and told her husband, and he got super excited all day. And then she found out it was just 1.
Oh no!
Huge.
They did a bunch for healthcare.
She's going and not him.
Yeah, and you can't sell it to anyone else. You can't.
Oh,
So you have to go.
that's right. She's a medical worker, right?
Right.
Yeah, they did a bunch of frontline tickets, right, to Super Bowl.
Yep.
How many tickets they selling? Like 10,000 or so, or
7,500 for the healthcare workers. There's maybe about 22,000 fans, attending.
I don't know. Going to a couple of Dolphin games, it was empty as can be, but that's normal. I didn't know there was a pandemic.
All right, we got 7 on. We'll give it another minute, and then we'll get started. That's very cool. I would like to go to the Super Bowl.
Awesome.
While we're waiting for more folks to join, I'm sorry, John, that this is not a real Fireside chat. I know you were hoping we could get together.
What are you talking about? I got flames going. What's up?
You got things going on.
They've done like a fireplace in the background or something.
I was actually looking for that fireplace, screensaver behind me, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that too.
next one. Good job, Phil. Can't watch a video on that.
Well, what's cool is this is being recorded, so we'll put it up. More people get to watch it, but I think we got enough people to get started now.
Cool.
Great.
I'm going to go ahead and just start us off. Welcome, Florida HFMA family. We're really excited to have you guys here. This is our first ever live video that we're doing. We're going to hope to do something along this line, every quarter or so. It's going to just kind of be an addition to our beacon, give you guys some updates on the chapter, some of the exciting things we have going on, upcoming events. I'm going to start it off by talking about, we're really trying to focus on our social media and find different and better ways to reach you guys. So if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to our Instagram, our LinkedIn, and our Facebook pages. We post all of our content there, whichever is your favorite you can use to watch it. But, please like and subscribe our pages so that we can keep you up to date on what is going on. So we're going to look forward to doing a little more of this kind of live interaction, give you guys, like I said, an update on what's going on. I'm Phil Manell. I'm the Director of Administration for Florida HFMA. We are all volunteers here. My real job on the side is with Penn Credit Corporation. I got John Levine, who is, again, another volunteer. He's our Director of Membership Engagement and our President-elect. And his real job is Medmetrics, Director of Business Development. And then, of course, we've got Gobi, is our President-elect for Florida HFMA and works for Waystar Solutions strategist. So we're going to get started here, talk about some of our upcoming events and membership, et cetera. John, I know that our first topic we were going to talk about was our certification and then our sponsorship. I don't know if you want to start off on talking about some of that stuff.
Yeah, sure. And first of all, everybody, thank you for joining us. Phil, thank you so much for putting this together. I know it was a lot of time that you took, and we appreciate it as a chapter. So from a certification perspective, it's led by Christine Fontaine, who is our volunteer certification engagement. She's also, her real job is with Waystar. She has done just a phenomenal job at helping to take our certifications to the next level. This past fall, we actually did our CRCR training, which was 10 sessions, and it went for 10 weeks, where it helped prep a lot of our members to get their certifications. What we found was a lot of, especially our enterprise members, they were asking, their organizations were saying, we really want to get our clients certified, either CRCR or CHFP. This is something that is included within your membership. So she led this engagement. We had about 220 people. For those people that did miss it and do want to catch it, with like all of our events that we're now putting on via the web, it is on the YouTube channel. Every session is on, and you can go back and use this to look. So we're very proud of that, and did get quite a few members certified. I don't know the exact number, but I do have to pull up those analytics. Coming up in the future, we have our CHFP certification. We're going to be tag teaming with the Georgia chapter on this, looking to start that off in February, which will be about another 8 to 10 sessions, hoping to get and helping to get our professionals certified in CHFP. We might do some follow-up engagement on that for those people that might not be able to join. Once again, those sessions will be on YouTube as well. But exciting stuff. I mean, really just exciting stuff as a chapter.
Yeah, and I think what's even the most exciting is we have, as John had mentioned, like this was something that just started off with the Florida chapter as an idea, but we really grew it and extended the benefit across multiple chapters across the entire Region 5. And it was such a great program that now we're at a point where we're getting emails, and this is so rewarding to hear about people that have taken all the classes that Christine had offered on a weekly basis last fall. they've taken the test and they've passed. Right now they're celebrating, and that's just so awesome. So big kudos to Christine and John for putting this together. I was a little bit naive. I didn't think it was going to be this impactful and this big. And this is something new, just like this live beacon that we're doing.
Yeah, and Govi, it's funny. The one thing, and we talk about social media. If there's one benefit that we've gotten from COVID, as a chapter, I mean, it's been hard that we haven't been able to see each other and do live events, whether regional or statewide events. We're looking forward to our first one in May that Govi you'll expand upon in a little bit. But I think as a chapter, we've really done some innovative things, especially with their CRCR, and I think it's helped educate. I mean, it really helped educate us to how can we get out to those members that maybe wouldn't go to a conference or from different states. And I'm blown away. I'm excited, even by this platform here. We're just looking for great things to do on all levels, but the certification is just going to go above and beyond.
Absolutely.
And if you have any ideas or you weren't able to catch it, or there's a certification other than CRCR or CHFP that you're looking at, please give us a call. Please let us know, contact us, and that could also be on the agenda if we can help.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think Phil's going to put in the chat box or in YouTube our contact florida.hfma@gmail.com, because there's going to be a lot of opportunities to get plugged in.
That was a great segue, because I was actually just going to talk about our chat box. For those of you who are on our YouTube, I will put that email in there right now for questions that come up after the fact. But certainly while we're going through this chat, if you guys have any questions, if you have anything that you'd like us to talk about or address, feel free to put it in that chat box. I see we have a couple people that have already said hello. Natalie, Anthony, great to have you guys. Thank you for jumping on. Everyone else that's attending, thank you for jumping on as well. So I'm going to put that email in there right now. Again, if there's something that we don't address today, you want to look at stuff in the future, use that email. Any kind of questions or things you might have for the chapter. So we covered our certification, sponsorship. John, did you want to?
Sure. Sponsorship, we always get a great response from our sponsors. Want to thank those sponsors that have advertised during our webinar events, virtual events that we've had on a regional basis. Once again, I think as a chapter, we've done some innovative things to help keep our sponsors in line through our virtual events, where we're always advertising them. We put in the beacon, but we're also very thought conscious and thought minded as a chapter, because we know this year's been hard for not just our provider friends, but also our service provider friends and our partners. So the Florida board, Govi, myself, Robert Howie, and others, we really thought long and hard about how we can help our members out, how we can help our sponsor members out, and how we can make it advantageous for them. Because I won't say, I do think they got a lot of value other than being at a conference live. I think, through the fund committee, through the different virtual events that we've done, we really have tried to, and I think actually more than we've done in the past, by getting our members out there and getting, our sponsors' names out there. But we took it a little bit higher. So we said, for those people that are sponsors, and Brad Haynes, if you haven't been contacted already, Brad Haynes, John Mendez, who are part of our certification committee, they will be contacting you shortly if they haven't done so already. We've looked at it from a sponsorship way. If you are a sponsor and have been a sponsor this past year, meaning 2020, we are offering, for those people that sign up for 2021 and 22, your sponsorship is basically free for the 21 year. And then on the 22 year, you would have to then pay. But what we're doing is we ask for a 25% deposit, and then you'll pay the remaining amount the other way. Now, we've also looked out, and I've spoken to other chapters. Nobody's doing it like this that I'm aware of. And it's something I think we're very proud of. For those members, those members that want to become sponsors and haven't sponsored the chapter, doesn't matter if you were once a sponsor and then you gave up a year, we're going ahead and we're offering a 50% discount for this year, 2021. And then next year it will be a full price. And we're rocking this year. We're going to be doing the live events, which Govi's going to be talking about. We're doing, if not more than we've done in the past, virtual events, things like that. We're really excited, but we want to help out our service providers. We understand last year has been a tough year, and I think this will be a good way to get. You will have to guarantee that you will commit to 2022, but that's okay. For our existing sponsors, if you want to upgrade your sponsorship, it's the same. It would work the same way. So we're really, really excited about that.
Yeah, that's great. Govi, do you have anything you wanted to add on that?
That was perfect. The only thing I'll add is give more context on what we did in 2020. So we did invest in some virtual conference software and executed on it that would help kind of not only help folks still get some networking done since they don't have that face-to-face interaction, but also give sponsors more exposure and drive traffic to their websites. But again, we understand, acknowledge it is not at the same level it was in previous years. So I think this nice pandemic relief package that John outlined is the way to go.
Yeah. Yep. Great. And as we are being more innovative as a chapter, I think the exciting part to our sponsors is, as we're doing more stuff like this, there are going to be even more and more sponsorship opportunities in the future to get your name out there as we continue to grow.
Yeah, and Phil, I do want to add this, and I think this goes for anything the chapter does, but on a sponsorship level, if there's something that you feel the chapter can do a little bit differently, or we can do to help enhance the sponsorship, let us know. I mean, for those that usually do this once a time, the benefits, people always say, well, what's it being a platinum or a diamond? We do, sort of like a speed dating or speed networking, and that always gets you value that way. But if there's things that we can do, if there's things that you can think of, that we can help highlight, and treat our sponsors equally, of course. But if there's something that you think we can do, let us know. I mean, we're looking to be innovated as, Govi goes into his year, and then I go into my subsequent year, the year after. We're looking for some really cool things to do.
Yep, absolutely. Well, as we're talking about some of our live events coming up, I think the next thing we want to really jump into is education. Govi, I'll let you talk about our spring conference coming up. Before we get there, I know I talked to Anthony, who was on here a second ago. I don't know if he's still on. I think he is, but who heads up our South Florida education. Keep an eye out for a save the date coming from them soon for an ANA update webinar that we'll be hosting down there. And then really, I think the big thing we want to talk about, what I'm sure most people want to know about, is our upcoming spring conference, because that's exciting. I think everyone's ready to see people again and, everything else. So Govi, I'll let you take off with that.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'll talk big picture first of all and kind of where we came from. So I did the math and looked at last year, 2020. We had about 20 virtual events we put on, and that's not counting any of like the CRCR certification sessions. You throw that in, that's over 30. And so, what that translates into is hundreds and hundreds of members that are getting that benefit of education, training, sponsorship exposure. And I'm just so impressed at the volunteers and the folks that support our chapter for being able to just quickly adapt and go into that kind of virtual environment, almost in a seamless manner. But I know there's such an appetite here to get back to these live events. So we've been very fluid. That's probably the best way to put it. In terms of how we're planning our education and taking kind of even one day at a time. What we have coming, I'll talk about what we have coming in the next couple of months leading up to the spring conference. So on February 17th, we've got a webinar around business electronic payments. It's a lot around how to avoid fraud, which is a hot topic. We do have our Payer Summit, which is being planned right now, scheduled for February 25th. We've got some good speakers from the payer side lined up. We're just kind of finalizing the panel sessions for that. There will also be kind of a fun networking event on February 25th that Deb Kelly and her committee are planning. We're gonna have the Guess Your Baby kind of photo game playing. So all our baby photos will be up there. We can have fun trying to guess who is who. I think I've got the baby face here, so I look the same. We got, let's see what else we got. We have I think we've got one more event. Oh, you mentioned the ANA that South Florida is doing. And so aside from that, yeah, we're preparing for our spring conference. It will be our first live event, May 23rd to the 26th in Tampa at Marriott Water Street. Hey, we've had a lot of planning calls. We started this, I think, back in like December, just to give you an idea of how long the planning process is. And we all know this conference is going to look and feel a lot different. So we're obviously being mindful of social distancing, kind of working with a hotel on how we're going to manage that from a space perspective and keep everyone healthy and safety. We're also mindful kind of the implications to cost, working with a hotel to making sure that we're still staying within our budget. But I give a lot of credit to Chastity Warner, who's our director of statewide education. She's recently kicked off a lot of our both kind of executive planning calls and our committee calls. From an education perspective, there's a lot of awesome content that you can expect. We're going to have some traditional stuff and revenue cycle and finance, but also some topics that are still people are still kind of grappling with, like remote workforce. What are the implications to all of the delayed care folks that have had, different conditions that haven't been able to get their elective procedures done? So there's just so much, I think, that we can talk about and put in this conference. If you are interested in volunteering, whether you want to help out on site with registration or you want to join one of our committee planning calls, again, feel free to email us at the Florida HFMA Gmail account. I'm sure Chastity would love to pull you in. We also have sponsorship opportunities, as we were talking about that earlier. So we're gonna have right now we have two keynotes. Mike Allen, who's our national HFMA chair. He's also the CFO at OSU. And for those of you that don't know, Amberly Snyder is gonna be another keynote speaker. This is gonna be a motivational speech. Amberly, back in 2010, had a bad car accident, was paralyzed from the waist down. Despite that, she still competed in American Rodeo. So she has such an awesome, amazing story. If there's interest in kind of supporting our conference and being a keynote for that, please reach out. One other thing I do want to mention, we're going to have some networking activities. One of those is going to be a community outreach thing that we're doing, where our past president, Cheryl Spanier, is going to lead. We haven't finalized the dates or the details. It might occur on the Sunday before the conference starts or Wednesday right after. But this is something, a tradition that we want to continue on, in addition to kind of the education networking, also kind of giving back to the community. And then finally, before I kind of let John jump in, our theme for the conference is superheroes in healthcare, which I'm really excited about. It probably doesn't need any explanation given the year we've all had. The tagline is ordinary professionals making an extraordinary impact. And I'm probably most excited just to see John Levine dressed in Hulk or Deadpool.
Don't go there, buddy. Munchkins are no.
But John, feel free to fill any gaps.
I think, yeah, and once again,
I just want to say thank you to the guys, everyone that is commenting in the comment box. And again, I want to point out that the email that Gobi was referring to is in that chat box there. David Clark, Natalie, Anthony, thanks for the comments, guys. Tabitha as well. And John, go ahead.
No, and the only thing I was going to add, and great job, Gobi. For the ANA webinar that we're going to be doing, the virtual webinar, this is led by the regional directors, Anthony, Missy Davis, Mike, but Roger Carter, who is one of our volunteers, the incoming director of education for the region. We were talking one day, and we really want to start helping our finance folks out. Those ANA, we know you need those CPE credits. So probably on a quarterly basis, on top of the education that we're currently doing, we'll be offering both virtual live statewide events, but on a virtual basis for now, 4 hours of CPE credits for ANA. So we're really excited about this. I think this is going to help those people out, especially because they had, a tougher year in getting these credits. And once again, if there's a topic you would like to see, please let me know. If you're a sponsor and you would like to speak at one of our conferences, please let us know. If you're a provider and you do want to speak as well, please let us know. Thank you.
That's great. We talked about some of the fun stuff coming up, the fun committee. And then we covered everything kind of for education, unless there's anything that you guys can think about. So the next, options really just going to be early careers, if you want to talk about that. And that sort of leads into volunteer opportunities. We are always looking for people to join. Again, we're all volunteers here with HFMA. So there's all sorts of committees that you can be on, from education to membership to helping out with our conferences, helping out with the kind of stuff that we're doing with social media and et cetera. So I'll let you guys jump in.
And on the volunteerism, one committee that we were talking about earlier today that that will be led by Cheryl Spanier, who is our outgoing president this year, is the community involvement, the volunteer. We're looking at getting, it will be led by Cheryl, but we're looking in the different regions that we have, the North, South, and Central region. We're looking for somebody to help us, or a few people to head up those volunteer engagements. And to find places that we can go, things that we can do to give back, whether it's Habitat for Humanity, working at the local food dispensary, whatever it is. So if you are interested in joining that, please let us know. Once again, website or the Gmail account. And from there. Thank you.
And speaking of volunteers, I just saw a comment from the Mr. Robert Howie. Gotta highlight our current president out there, since he's thrown a comment in there.
What was his comment?
He said, "Thanks to everyone for joining us." So absolutely. That's been kind of the feature of the comments that everyone's thankful for being here.
Awesome.
So.
Any questions from the group?
Yeah, guys, do you have any questions for those of you that are
yeah, right. Yeah, we're kind of running up on time.
Yep.
So you get questions now.
I'll keep you guys updated if any questions come through. We can kind of. Did you want to talk about early careers, John?
Yeah, I'll just give like a really quick highlight. So we have some big plans here to kind of accelerate our early careers efforts. What that really means is we've started, we have a foundation here for a mentorship program. So I don't know if folks know, we do have a mentorship program. It's still in the early stages, but a lot of infrastructure has been built out. Like I'll give a lot of credit to Tony Wynn and Jake Schooler. Tony's our outgoing early careers chair. Jake is incoming. They've put together kind of the requirements of their program, mentor mentee. They've created a survey matching process so mentors can get matched with mentees. So what we really need now is we just need folks that want to sign up. If you're interested in being a mentor to an early careerist, or if you're an early careerist, young professional, and you're interested in having a mentor, please reach out to us. Let us know. We'll get you started. We'll send the survey out to you. We do have an informal relationship coming up with a university out in the South Florida area this fall to kind of set up a mentorship program with them. So there's a lot of traction going on here that we're really excited about and looking to see this grow.
Yeah, and I will add to this, if you're whether you're an early careerist or you're later in your career, both on the provider or the service provider side, and you're looking for help, you're looking for direction, you're looking for a mentor, please let us know. This does apply to you as well. I have to say, one of the best things that I ever did in my life was join HFMA. The people that I've met, the relationships that I've gathered, people that are mentoring me, people that I mentor, it's just phenomenal. So if you're looking for a mentor, looking to team up with somebody, let us know, and we can plug you in as well. So lots to learn.
Absolutely. Last chance for questions because we're gonna be wrapping up here in just about a minute. So if you guys do have any questions, I haven't seen anything come through yet, but if you do, please get them in the chat box as soon as possible. Did not mean to interrupt you there, but wanted to give them a last shot to get
Oh, that's perfect.
And this is all being recorded, right? Well,
Yeah, so we're recording this. We're going to post it to our YouTube. We'll put links on our other social medias as well, LinkedIn and Facebook and Instagram, to come back to this video. And again, if you haven't checked out our YouTube channel, if this is your first time on it, please take a look at some of the videos we've posted. We have some certification stuff on there. We have some education. We're really going to look to kind of continue creating more content for you guys here this coming year and continue to put videos there. Again, we'll be mirroring that on our other social media platforms as well. And that's all I have. I'll leave it off to you guys for any goodbyes.
Yeah, we thank you for joining us today. We hope that you enjoyed this, and we look forward to doing this again. And thank you, Phil, for all your hard work. We really appreciate it.
Appreciate this.
Yeah, just to give some context to like this, I think just preparing this, I give a lot of credit to Phil. Like this is something that is not easy. Like we would easily just give up and say, like, if it was me trying to do this, like it's not happening. So kudos to you. Excited about what the future lies.
It's funny. We look at this, and I think HFMA has been probably the most rewarding thing for myself, and I know you as well, Govi and Phil, and all of our volunteers. But it's amazing that we do this, hopefully very well for our members, but we still have our full-time jobs. So, we appreciate everything. We appreciate our volunteers. We're excited for 2021 and everything that lies ahead. I think the the chapter is going to be really happy with what we.
Yep. And I started us off by saying, welcome HFMA family. And I really meant that. It's such a great group. So, as John said, if you are new to HFMA and you've seen this video at some point, or you joined but haven't been part of it, I mean, it's just a really great group of people that are volunteering, getting together and doing everything from education to certification. And the involvement by everyone is really just awesome. So,
Great.
All right. Well,
thank you so much.
With that, that's our wrap up. Thanks for joining, guys, and we look forward to bringing you new content in the future.
That's good. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Nice job, Philly.